WNDS Sports and the New Hampshire Candlepin Bowling Association present Candlepin Stars and Stripes, featuring the best candlepin bowlers from all over New England. And now in our 13th award-winning season, your hosts for Candlepin Stars and Stripes, Doug Brown and Dan Murphy.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome once again to Park Place Lanes here in Windham, New Hampshire for another Sunday edition of Candlepin Stars and Strikes. Happy holidays to you, and thanks for taking a little time out from the holiday season to join us. It is championship week here on Stars and Strikes. That means our championship match with the winner to advance to the Tri-State Megabucks Tournament of Champions, and oh, by the way, to win $1,000 cash.
Oh, yes, just one of those things we forget to mention. But interesting matchup with Dave Arsenault and Chris. Chris, first time with us, and what do? We throw him into the championship match. Big money involved, plus a Tournament of Champions qualification.
All right, there's a lot of money, a lot at stake today, so we want to get right to it. Let's introduce you to our two bowlers today. Winner of 3 matches in a row. He was the number 5 seed, but he will play for the championship today from Derry, New Hampshire, Dave Arsenault.
Okay, and Dave averaging 120, high single 189, high triple 441.
And over the last 3 weeks, Dave has thrown in order a 438, a 371, and a 394. That's an average of just under 134 a game for the last 3 weeks here on Stars and Strikes. So he'll go for the sweep today, and the man trying to stop him is our number 1 seed from Waltham, Massachusetts, Chris Grimes.
Okay, and Chris comes in averaging 117, high single 187, and he was the top roll-off score with 681.
All right, I already mentioned $1,000 to the winning bowler today. The runner-up doesn't do too badly either. He'll take home $500. And there's a little more money to talk about as well. We have our bonus ball contest at the end of the hour. That's worth $70. And our triple strike jackpot, which goes up $50 every week until somebody hits it, now stands at $800. So this could be a very exciting hour here on Stars and Strikes. We're glad you've taken time out to be with us. We will start this championship match between Dave Arsenault and Chris Grimes after these messages. Don't go away.
Everyone at Rockingham Toyota Dodge Nissan in Salem, New Hampshire is very proud and excited to again be a major sponsor of Stars and Strikes. We feel that over the years, you, the bowling enthusiast, have become a very important part of our family at Rockingham. And as such, I promise that we will live up to our pledge that we will provide you the best service you have ever experienced. And if you're purchasing a new or used vehicle, at Rockingham, we pledge that we will beat any bona fide deal on any Toyota, any Dodge, or any Nissan anywhere in New England. So just remember, Rockingham Toyota Dodge Nissan on Route 97 in Salem, New Hampshire.
There is power in a dream, and every hour a dreamer is born. Just imagine the friends we made, the lives we touched, the glory days. 10 years of dreams. 10 years of dreams. 10 years of dreams come true.
Introducing new Honey Nut Clusters. With a taste everybody will love. New Honey Nut Clusters combines honey toasted flakes and honey nut clusters for a delicious honey nutty taste. New Honey Nut Clusters. The taste everybody loves. Everybody.
Is brought to you in part by Coca-Cola Classic. Always the real thing, always Coca-Cola.
Back we are, championship week here on Candlepin Stars and Strikes. Dave Arsenault from the number 5 spot has won 3 matches in a row, knocking off in order Craig Abbott, Keith DiGio, and Rich Moran. And today he will try for the clean sweep against our number 1 seed, Chris Grimes, the last man to win 4 matches in a row to get into the Tournament of Champions was Paul Berger back on Christmas Day, 1994. Paul beat in order Bob Whitcomb, Stu Bergman, Mark Gregory, and then Glenn Shattuck. And that Glenn Shattuck match, Dan, was one of our best ever back on Christmas Day of '94.
That was an incredible match.
Paul rolled a 454 that day, and Glenn Shattuck rolled a 439.
Oh, nice 10.
Great 10 for Dave to start out. Worth another look.
You see, just cutting the 2-pin into the 6 and 10. A little light.
Yeah, trying the Brooklyn side this time. The 7-10.
Looks a little better with the wood out in front, though, as opposed to being no wood with a 7-10. It's not great, but much rather have it there.
The spray and pray, and it does not work. And a couple of 10 boxes for Dave Arsenault. And so that brings us to Chris Grimes, his first appearance on either program here on the Winds of New England. Chris from Waltham, Massachusetts, as you see.
Oh, not a bad break off the head pin, the 1, 2, and 10.
Yeah, a great shot for the spare.
Very crisply done on the 1, 2, and 10. Watch the head pin go right down into the 10 pin.
That's not a bad shot to make. Your first box on TV.
Championship week, #1 seed, everything going for you. Off the head pin, 5 drop, 1, 3, 4, 7, and 9.
Chris locked up that #1 spot with a 681 roll-off at the Lakeside Lanes in Manchester. Chris finished first by 17 pins over his nearest competitor, Rich Moran, and then Rich was 16 pins ahead of third place Keith Digio. Cindy Sissom checking down at the pin deck for a piece of wood, which is out of play, but would not have been a factor in the shot anyway. As Chris aims at the 1, 4, and 7. And he'll take it out for the 10.
A little unorthodox 10, but got the job done. 25 through 2 and a 5-pin advantage. Coming back for the head pin.
The wood out of the channel, popping out to get the head pin. Oh, Dave Arsenault. Big strike, his first mark of the match.
9 pins clear out of there in a hurry, and then he needs some help just tripping the 4-pin off the wall. Almost a perfect strike.
Dave now for his 4th box of the match, and it was in the 4th box last week that Dave had a chance for a triple strike, and he did everything but make it. He knocked down 9 and then tickled the 10th pin, but was unable to get it to go. So our jackpot has moved up to $800 this week. And now the high-low jack.
7-pin fill on the strike.
Almost. Nice 9, though.
Well, gives him 46 through 4, as you can see on the scoreboard. Remember, as the match progresses, we'll be looking at that final score. That's their winner's determination of where they will be seated in the Tournament of Champions.
The two guys who have already qualified are Chris Sargent with a 368 and Paul Berger with a 417. Spare it up for Chris Grimes.
2 boxes on lane 32, both spares for Chris Grimes.
Right on the head pin, kicking out extra pins, and it will be an 8 fill.
2 and 10 pins left. Piece of wood dead in front of the 2 pin. See if he can get something to move to the right for the 10 pin.
Nope,
Not the right idea. He's trying to play the wood right at the very left-hand tip of it.
And it'll be a 9. So 6-pin lead for Chris Grimes after the first 4 boxes. Couldn't quite fly over to get the 10. Dave Arsenault, what a run he is on. Saw his high single of 189. He's had 2 games in the 160s in the last 3 weeks. His league average is 120, but over the last 3 weeks here, he's averaged just a fraction under 134.
2, 4, and 10 left for Dave, and when you average like that, that's why you win 3 matches in a row.
Not quite. $10, 56 half. Dave Arsenault from Derry, New Hampshire, has 3 children, David Jr., Alicia, and Brian. Dave works as a printer for Crown Cork and Seal Company and does a lot of his bowling right here at Park Place Lanes, so home lanes advantage for Dave. He's put it to good use in this series.
1, 2, 4, 8 for the spare.
You might have seen Dave a moment ago pick up 1 ball and then put it down and pick up another one. An interesting situation. It doesn't happen a lot. Oh, as Dave picks up the spare, fine shot. Both bowlers, Dan, have the swirl pattern with the red and blue on the bowling ball, so they both have identical patterns on the ball, so they have to make sure they're picking up the right ball.
Yeah, I'd hate to get beat with somebody else's ammunition. That's awful. Oh, he kicks out the 4 and 7. Chris does, and leaves himself the 3, 6.
It's like the old saying about the great football coaches. He can take his'n and beat urine, and he can take urine and beat his'n. Right on the head pin, but too much.
Just 3, the 1, 5, and 8. Spread eagle left plus that 9 pin in the back.
Well, Chris has marked 3 times on lane 32, but he's been empty 3 times on lane 31.
Oh, nice out. Gets out of it with a 9 box, gives him 74, leading by 8, but Dave Arsenault is working on a spare.
And 8 will tie it up. An 8 fill. Dave's high triple there of 441. He rolled a 438 here 3 weeks ago. And he gets 7 to trail by 1. No.
Was close, though. Almost cut the 2 into the 10.
$10. Next weekend here on the Winds of New England, Saturday at noon, it'll be Candlepin Skins, and next Sunday at noon, here on Candlepin Stars and Strikes, we will begin our annual mixed doubles tournament that we have every year during the holiday season. It's always a lot of fun, different format for us, and we get a big kick out of that, watching the men and the ladies compete in mixed teams in the Scotch doubles format. Oh, great shot.
Wow.
How about that? No wood needed for Dave Arsenault on that shot.
Usually it would have to play this to the right of the 6 pin, but he slaps the 6 pin off the wall and it stays in play all the way across for the 7 pin. Great spare by Dave Arsenault in the 8th.
And Chris Grimes battles right back with a 9-drop. First 9-drop for either bowler today.
Lead is just 1 for Chris Grimes for the spare.
Yep. Well, he's 4 for 4 on lane 32. You see the marks in the odd-numbered boxes, 1, 3, 5, and 7. Now he's looking for his first mark on lane 31. Off the head pin, gets a kick out on the 10.
4 horsemen plus the 8 pin, all on the left-hand side. Piece of wood in between the 2 and the 4. Another couple pieces behind the head pin. Got to catch the head pin. And
yes,
some help on the 8.
Lots of wood helping this one out. And 2 marks in a row. First time for either bowler today. Oh, big first ball, Dave Arsenault. Which way will it fall, or will it fall?
That 8 pin spun around and
looks like it may be partly off the back of the plate.
I think it spun enough to move to the left a little bit. Also, that's an 8 fill on his spare.
Nope. $10, 111 with a box to go. Oh, big pocket hit. Wow. That could very easily have been a double strike.
And he walks, as I said several weeks ago, walks from right, the far right of the approach to the left, and then he leaves the ball out to the right, but lifts it, and the ball breaks sharp into the 1-3 pocket, and when it does, it cuts right through those 10 pins, and he just gets a lot of pin action. 121 plus the 2 bonus balls. Lofted that one a little further out on the lane than the previous ball.
Oh, slides by, just 5. Going for the spare there he was, it appeared. Settles for the 5 fill. 126 for Dave Arsenault.
Only left 1 pin standing. That was a 9 box back in the 4th. Everything else was a strike or a spare. And 10 boxes.
Chris Grimes a little full on the head pin. That's a 6 fill on the spare he left in the 8th.
2, 4, 6, and 10.
Ooh, almost. Chris still has the lead, but it's been a very small lead throughout. In the single figures, in fact, all the way. Right now, the lead is 3. But in order to keep that lead, Chris will have to put a mark up here in the 10th. And he almost puts the strike up.
He'll have a chance for that mark, being that spare, if he can somehow knock down the 10 pin.
And that wood appears like it's going to roll all the way out of the way. It will. Right on it.
Spare in the 10th, 124 and a ball.
That's 6 spares in this first game for Chris Grimes. No strikes yet.
Anything more than 2, he'll have the lead.
That would be more than 2. That would be 7 for a 131. So a 5-pin lead for Chris Grimes. 131 over Dave Arsenault's 126. Championship match here on Candlepin Stars and Strikes, and we'll be back with Game 2 in a minute.
Volvo of Nashua wants to help spread the holiday cheer this season with savings to you on new Volvos. Choose from their selection of 1997 Volvos, the largest in New England. Right now, take advantage of their low lease rates like Volvo 850s for only $239 a month or Volvo 960s for only $299 a month. If you have a truck in your sights, choose from their huge selection of 4x4s, Chevys, Fords, Jeeps, Toyotas, and more. Drive safely this holiday season at Volvo of Nashua on the Daniel Webster Highway, Nashua.
There is power in a dream, and every hour a dreamer is born. Just imagine the friends we made, the lives we touched, the glory days. 10 years of dreams. 10 years of dreams. 10 years of dreams come true.
What's so good about the taste of apple cinnamon Cheerios? It's an apple thing, right?
Definitely the cinnamon. No way, it's the baked-in taste.
Sliced apples, cinnamon, and brown sugar baked right into every little O of apple cinnamon Cheerios.
Baked-in taste, that's what makes them good. New Honey Nut Cheerios, and they're all for me.
New Honey Nut Cheerios has an even better taste and a bigger crunch.
Nobody can say no to the Honey Nut O's and New Honey Nut Cheerios.
It's new.
Everybody loves good stuff.
Introducing new Honey Nut Clusters. With a taste everybody will love. New Honey Nut Clusters combines honey toasted flakes and honey nut clusters for a delicious honey nutty taste. New Honey Nut Clusters. The taste everybody loves. Everybody.
Before chips, before cops, before Rescue 911, the show that started it all. The blockbuster hit of the 70s is here on WNDS. Emergency.
I like you.
Spine-tingling action without the gore.
Ventricular standstill.
Shiny red trucks with loud sirens. Damsels in distress.
When did the pain start?
You loved it before.
Know what you were thinking.
You'll love it again. Emergency. Weekdays at 1 on WNDS. Candlepin Stars and Strikes is brought to you in part by Tri-State Megabucks. Once again, bringing you the Tri-State Megabucks Tournament of Champions.
Coming up at the end of the hour, our bonus ball contest worth $70. Remember to send only regular-sized postcards, please, with your name, your full address, and the number of pins that you think will drop on the bonus ball. And send them into Park Place Lanes, Route 28, Windham, New Hampshire, 03087. And as always, good luck. Chris Grimes starting game 2, and he'll have a little something to shoot at here, although the wood is well out in front of the 3-pin. Well, it's moving back now.
3-5, 6-10. The ball is going to go around the 6-pin, I think, is the problem pin.
Yep.
Around the 6 and the 10.
A reminder that Candlepin Stars and Strikes, as always, is brought to you in part by Rockingham Toyota Dodge Nissan. Come to Salem and save. Right on Route 97, Main Street in Salem, New Hampshire. Rockingham Toyota Dodge Nissan. So 2 open frames for Chris Grimes. $17 after 2. Well, Chris had 6 marks in that first game, Dan, but just a 131, and Dave Arsenault had only 4 marks, but he's only 5 pins behind.
Well, when that happens, you have to go back to the fills for Chris. 5, 8, 3, 5, 6, and then 7 on the last one. 1, 2, and 4 for Dave Arsenault.
No, nice shot. Looks a lot easier than it is. Dave converts it for the spare. Right through the center that time.
2-4-7 on the left, 3-6 on the right. Axios to spread eagle minus the 10 pin. Not an easy shot. A good effort.
Using your method, the 2-pin side into the 3-pin side.
That's right. Not a bad choice.
And he'll take a 9-box.
And the lead.
For the first time in the match. Chris Grimes, as we mentioned, from Waltham, Massachusetts. He works as a truck driver for Boston Wine Company in Somerville, Mass. Made the 4 horsemen on that shot, but had 3 other pins still around. Nine for Chris. $500 to the runner-up today, $1,000 to the winner, and of course the winner also joins Paul Berger and Chris Sargent in our 9th annual Tri-State Megabucks Tournament of Champions, which will be in the spring. The spring, boy, that sounds pretty good right about now, doesn't it?
A little off target to the right is Chris. Well, he'll be open again. 4 straight boxes. Chance for Dave Arsenault to increase his lead now with a mark or 2.
In the first game, Chris never went more than 1 box without marking, but you know, as you say, Dan, he's gone 4 in a row, and that gives Dave Arsenault another opening. In that roll-off, Dave Arsenault with a 632, which was 49 pins behind Chris Grimes. But of course, that is all wiped off the board for the sake of this match.
A 4, 5, and 7. Piece of wood out front should help.
Yep.
And spare in the 3rd. Now he is marking on lane 32. 1 in the 1st, and now this one in the 3rd.
And the big fill will be 8, but not much of a lead.
6, 7 left. Wood in front of the 7, but I don't see anything there. It's
too deep.
I think you got to play the 6-pin. Try to cut the 6-pin over, or be inside, have it come off the right sidewall. But or you play the wood and hope the ball comes back or something. But well, he's going to play the wood. Let's see.
Yep.
It looked a lot closer than it really was. That pin and ball were in the pit area, way behind the 6-pin.
So it'll be a 9 for Dave. He's at 51 through 4, and we take a break. Things have turned here in the championship match. Dave Arsenault has taken the lead by 12 in the match, just at about the halfway point. We'll be back with more on Stars and Strikes in a minute.
Hi, I've been telling you that at Rockingham Toyota Dodge Nissan in Salem, New Hampshire, you will find the best price from a dealership that cares. Well, let me tell you what you will find when you get there. First, when we can display Toyota, Dodge, and Nissan at one location, this is a rare opportunity for you to view the best selection of cars, trucks, and minivans in New England. Second, we are constantly adding cars and trucks to our used car inventory. So if it's a new or used car or truck, just remember Rockingham Toyota Dodge Nissan in Salem, New Hampshire.
You're not with AT&T, are you?
No, I'm not.
No. So, are you happy?
No.
Not really.
I was happier with AT&T.
Well, we're making it simple to come back. How'd you like to get 100 free minutes just for switching to AT&T?
That would be wonderful.
It's free phone time, and I like to talk.
And you can use them to call anywhere in the United States?
Yeah.
That's a real gift.
Well, there's a lot more. Introducing the new AT&T One Rate plan. Know why we call it that?
Just one rate?
That's right. Just 15 cents a minute on calls from home to anybody, anytime, anywhere in America.
That's great. It's a flat rate. Day, night, weekend, whatever. Anytime, anybody, anywhere.
Pretty simple, huh?
That's exactly what I want.
You don't have to sit and think, am I in this time frame? Should I be calling on the weekends?
It's freedom to call who I want, whenever I want.
Now, I'm going to presume there's going to be a charge involved.
No, it's free.
It's even better.
All you have to do is call.
They open today?
24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We're all looking to see what are the restrictions.
See any fine print down there?
No.
That's because there isn't any. No fees, no minimum spending, no time requirements. No restrictions, no games.
There are no loopholes there. It's plain and simple. You know what you're getting.
You can't beat that.
Plus, you also get AT&T's world-class customer service.
I've always thought they had great service.
Always very responsive, friendly.
I mean, I appreciate that.
So what do you think?
I think it sounds like they're a great plan. There's no restrictions, no limits. I would go with it.
I will definitely switch.
Call 1-800-PIC-ATT. You'll get one low rate plus 100 free minutes for switching to AT&T.
I think the 100 free minutes is awesome.
One rate plan, it's excellent.
I love it.
So what are you going to do?
Pick up the phone and switch to AT&T.
I'm switching back to AT&T, and this time I am not going again.
You know what to do.
One rate, 100 minutes. Call 1-800-PIC-ATT to switch. Here are the winning numbers from last night's Tri-State Megabucks drawing. Candlepin Stars and Strikes is brought to you in part by Rockingham Toyota Dodge Nissan.
Due to time constraints, we now rejoin our program with Chris Grimes bowling his 7th box in Game 2 of today's match.
Neither bowler really able to string any marks together. Dave Arsenault has yet to put back-to-back marks together, and Chris Grimes has done it only once. We'll see what happens here. The 1, 2, and 10 for Chris. For the spare? No. $10.
69 through 7. Only one mark, as you can see, back in the 5th frame. Also has left 7 pins standing through 7 boxes this game too.
Oh, big first ball.
First
and
strike.
Oh yeah, it's going to go.
There it goes.
That second piece of wood coming around gives Chris Grimes his first strike of the day. Here's how it happened.
Just barely catches the head pin. Head pin goes right to the sidewall. In fact, that's the head pin in front of the 2, and then another piece of wood wraps around it. Down it goes.
Oh, right back, Dave Arsenault.
Hello. I'm still here.
That'll get the crowd back into it.
This strike was maybe a little wake-up call for Dave. So I better get my act together here and start putting some marks up.
Oh, look out. He's got a double strike. His 3rd double strike in 4 weeks. Wow.
Well, he's had a lot of shots at that triple strike pool, and he'll have another one when he comes up in the 9th. Here, it just rolls back towards the 3-pin and finally knocks it down. Now, Chris Grimes up in the 9th. He's working on a spare and strike in the 8th.
Lost that ball to the right.
4 horsemen plus the 5-pin on the left. 1, 2, 4, 7. Dave Arsenault has a chance to really increase his lead.
Well, double strikes helped him in week 1 and in week 3, especially in week 3 last week, when he built up that big lead early and then kind of coasted in as Rich Moran wasn't able to mount any sort of an attack against him.
And it shows a lead there of just 9, but that doesn't tell the whole story when you got a double strike working. This next ball will be very important for Dave.
Oh, Chris would have loved to get some sort of a mark up here in the 10th, but it's going to be very difficult. The 3, 4, 6, and 7 with no wood.
Oh, he had a shot at it. Actually cut it too fine in front of the 4-pin.
$10 for Chris, a 104, and a 2-game total of 235. Here's what happened on the spare attempt. But now the crowd waits as Dave Arsenault tries for the triple strike and $800.
$800 ball.
Lost it well to the right. Oh, my. Wow, came a lot closer than probably you would have figured with where he threw that ball.
Regardless of what you might think, the NACBA would have paid out that $800 if he had got that strike.
And Dave would have accepted it.
I'm sure.
He would have cashed the check.
The 1 and 7, no. But 2 decent fills, 8 and 8 on both strikes, or 18 and 8. His lead will balloon to about 30, 25.
Yep, 25 overall. With 1 box to go, and he's working opposite of $10. Well, fortunately for Chris, he had that 1 strike up against it. Through the center, and no kick out this time. The 2, 4, and 10.
But a very makeable spare now with the 2 pieces of wood behind the 2 and 4. Although one might look like it might throw it in front of the 10 pin. Let's see.
Nope, got it. It's mark number 9 for Dave Arsenault. 5 of them in this second game.
134 in a ball. Lead will be 25 plus this ball.
Just 3. So 137. A 2-game total of 263. So with 1 game to go for the championship, Dave Arsenault, trying for the 4-match sweep, has a 28-pin lead over Chris Grimes. We'll be back to Park Place Lanes after these words.
All aboard for fun at Mountain Trains in Manchester. From N-Gauge to G-Scale, they carry a full line of trains and accessories. Lionel, Mike's Train House, and Williams, along with a complete selection of train books, videos, and starter sets. Mountain Trains is your stop for Thomas the Tank Engine toys and Shining Time Station videos, and hundreds of plastic models for both beginner and advanced. RC Planes, Cars and Boats, Pinewood Derby headquarters, model paints and tools, Dremel bits, and accessories, all at Mountain Trains, Elm Street, Manchester. Come in for your free Lionel catalog, and don't forget, train sets make awesome Christmas gifts.
It's Christmas time again, and welcome to White Glove Jewelers. And now we want to come over and talk about our gold. 14-karat Italian gold and all handmade gold pieces. Something that we're featuring, absolutely beautiful, chain by Avalon, all handmade pieces. This piece of gold right here, you'll see over in the malls and catalog stores for $2,500. Our absolute low price of only $8.99. No one can beat that. Make this holiday a White Gloves Christmas, located in the Home Depot Plaza, Nashua, New Hampshire.
Now there's a new Honey Nut Cheerios, and they're better than ever.
Nobody can say no to new Honey Nut Cheerios. No, no, you can't say no to the Honey Nut O's and new Honey Nut Cheerios.
With an even better taste and a bigger crunch, they're the most absolutely irresistible Honey Nut Cheerios ever.
Nobody can say no to the Honey Nut O's and new Honey Nut Cheerios.
Have you tried new Honey Nut Cheerios?
Everybody loves this stuff.
Can you guess which cereal will now carry the American Heart Association symbol? The answer shouldn't surprise you. It's Cheerios. A diet low in saturated fat and cholesterol, including Cheerios, may help reduce the risk of heart disease. This Cheerios, made from whole grain oats, is also a good source of fiber. And those delicious O's are low in fat and saturated fat with no cholesterol. No wonder Cheerios carries the American Heart Association symbol.
One and only Cheerios.
on the next FX.
Please! No, no!
To trap a ruthless ring of car thieves,
Come to Papa.
Raleigh stages an elaborate charade.
We are now in the hot car business. If he can move cars, we can use him.
But it's a risky production
This is it. Places, please.
that could kill the players.
Don't sell, Leah.
Put the gun down.
Kevin Dobson and Cameron Dotto star on the next FX, the series.
Tonight at 7 on WNDS.
Because of time constraints, we now rejoin our program with Dave Arsenault bowling his third box in Game 3 of today's match.
Dave Arsenault with the big first ball this time, the 5 and the 8, but look at the wood.
And again, another situation here where you just got to ignore it. You know you have to hit the cap. You just shoot for the pins. Because there's no guarantee even hitting the cap of that wood is going to carry both pins. That's too far right. So he'll be open in the third.
That was the ball he wanted. Well, each bowler has 9 marks right now, Dan. The difference, the double strike by Dave Arsenault. Here's the throw for the 10. A little full. Well, there is wood around on the 2, 4, 6, and 10. Looks like he might be able to catch the 2 and the right-hand piece of wood.
I think that's the shot. No, locked to the ball. He pinched the other piece of wood. Actually, it looks like he held on to that ball. Boy, it certainly went quick enough.
Chris working on a spare and puts up a big number. 9 drop.
Big shot here on the 4-pin, trying to make it 2 marks in a row, 2 spares.
Yes.
Just gets it.
That should bring the lead down into single figures.
You look on the scoreboard, that looks no different than any other spare up there. Target that time, just 4. More important, he's opposite a spare already posted by Dave Arsenault. This would be huge here, trying to match spares.
Oh, wow. Huge it is for Chris Grimes. 3 in a row. We will take a break. Things heating up here on Stars and Strikes. We're going to decide the championship when we come back.
Everyone at Rockingham Toyota Dodge Nissan in Salem, New Hampshire is very proud and excited to again be a major sponsor of Stars and Strikes. We feel that over the years, you, the bowling enthusiast, have become a very important part of our family at Rockingham. And as such, I promise that we will live up to our pledge that we will provide you the best service you have ever experienced. And if you're purchasing a new or used vehicle, at Rockingham, we pledge that we will beat any bona fide deal on any Toyota, any Dodge, or any Nissan anywhere in New England. So just remember, Rockingham Toyota Dodge Nissan on Route 97 in Salem, New Hampshire.
Introducing new Honey Nut Clusters. With a taste everybody will love. New Honey Nut Clusters combines honey toasted flakes and honey nut clusters for a delicious honey nutty taste. New Honey Nut Clusters. The taste everybody loves. Everybody.
On The Hitchhiker's next tale of terror,
Who do you think you're fooling?
obsession plagues a jealous wife.
I'm sure that Paul is having an affair with another woman.
I want no one but you.
But will she catch her husband in a lie?
It's your wife. Tell her I've been called to a meeting.
Or discover that obsession
Are trying to make me crazy.
can be deadly? Aaron Gray guest stars on the next Hitchhiker.
Tonight at 10 on WNDS.
Can you guess which cereal will now carry the American Heart Association symbol? The answer shouldn't surprise you. It's Cheerios. A diet low in saturated fat and cholesterol, including Cheerios, may help reduce the risk of heart disease. This Cheerios, made from whole grain oats, is also a good source of fiber. And those delicious O's are low in fat and saturated fat with no cholesterol. No wonder Cheerios carries the American Heart Association symbol.
Well, the crowd is into it here. Close match, championship week here on Stars and Strikes. Both bowlers working on spares left from before the break.
Oh, boy. Only 2. He's leading by 13. That'll push the lead to 15. However, it's not counting the fill ball that Chris Grimes has when he gets up there.
Boy, Dave cutting that very fine.
Right.
He nearly went through the opening, but instead he knocked down 6 pins. Playing it very fine in a very tight spot in the match. Boy, that's a gutsy play in a close match like this, Dan.
That's right. Now 49 through 5.
A little full and could not get a break. The 2, 4, and 6 with no wood. Make it the 3, 4, and 6. Still difficult. Either way. Quick reminder about the Willow Tree North restaurant located right inside Park Place Lanes here on Route 28 in Windham, New Hampshire. Whether you're here for your own bowling league or open bowling on your own, or perhaps you stop by for one of our tapings, or if you're just in the neighborhood, not far from Route 93, exit 3, the Willow Tree North restaurant located right inside Park Place Lanes. Now, Chris Grimes with a big fill ball on his spare, and he'll take 6, cutting the lead to 9.
One, 3, 6, and 10. The 4 horsemen to the right, a makeable spare. Not an easy one, but a makeable spare.
No.
Why? How can that stand up? Boy, I don't think he could hit it any better than that. Wood behind it might have had something to do with that, but it's not a spare. It's a 10. Matches the 10 already posted by Dave, so the lead now is just 9 pins, as you can see, for Dave Arsenault, with 5 boxes remaining for Chris and 4 for Dave.
Boy, Chris put a little extra body English on that shot.
He knew that ball was in the pocket, and he just wanted to give it everything. He was looking for a strike. He's had, what, 1 way back in the 2nd game, the 7th box.
And he's got a piece of wood well out in front of the 5 and the 9. That'll be cleared away by Cindy Sissom. Would not have affected the shot in any event. But forces Chris to wait a little while longer before he shoots at this important 2-pin spare attempt. There's what he's looking at.
5 and a 9.
Oh, my. Well, you know, sometimes it gets quiet, and other times it gets really quiet. And that was one of those really quiet times.
Crowd is into this one. They know exactly what's happening and how close this match really is. 8 pins is the lead for Dave Arsenault, but Chris has a spare working.
Last 4 boxes now.
At the field, Dave is running on empty right about now, just trying to hang on. 4 horsemen to the left. 1, 2, 4, 7, no wood. No.
Takes 9, but that's 3 open frames in a row, and just the 1 mark in this 3rd game for Dave Arsenault.
And the critical 8th frame, setting up your final 2 frames. And in his case, mark almost imperative. Off target, but not too bad. The 1, 3, 8, and 9. A couple pieces of wood to the left of the head pin. But you've got to be thinking head pin here. Go by the head pin, you're not making it.
Wow.
Even if you catch the head pin, you're not. That was tough. A tough break there. Thought he hit it well enough to make it.
He'll take the 10, but it's 2 more open frames and a chance for Chris Grimes to take the lead in the match. And here's what happened.
Right to the sidewall, the head pin, and comes back in front of the 8.
And the ball snuck right behind the 8.
Well, Dave Arsenault still leads by 8. But Chris will have something to say about that with this ball.
Oh, big break there. Doesn't get 8, but he got 6, which is probably more than he expected.
The 1, 2, 4, and 6 pins. Again, you got to be thinking head pin. Hopefully one side or the other. Too far left. It's 2 pins. He's trying to better a 9 box put up by Dave.
Wow, that could be an important pin, but it does not go over.
2 pins. 2 pins in the match. And all of a sudden, Chris Sargent's score looks pretty good too.
Well, it'll take marks, let's put it this way, to get past that 368 for both bowlers. But they're not thinking about that now. Wow, pretty good ball on the head pin, but another split.
He's opposite of 10, so you got to take a chance here. You got to go for the spare, and then you just grab as many pins as you can with that 3rd ball. You'll go after the 2 and the 4. Too far left.
Yep, you saw him turn away. He's frustrated that he didn't get both of those pins. He didn't care about making the spare as much as just getting those 2 pins.
You've got to concentrate on every ball now. Every pin's important. Oh, so it's just an 8. Loses 2 and count. Lead is now 4.
So Dave Arsenault with a 4-pin advantage with 2 boxes remaining. Dave checking the big scoreboard here at Park Place Lanes so he knows exactly what the situation is. Just misses the head pin, and I mean he just missed it.
Well, it's a makeable spare, but nothing you'd want to bank on. The thing here is make sure you hit the head pin so you get at least 2 or 3 of them and work it out for a 10 box. No. He only leads by 4. Doesn't want to put Chris in a situation where he doesn't have to at least put 1 mark up. Hang on, boys and girls. It's white knuckle time.
Dave's in a position now where he needs at least a 9 box to force Chris to mark.
Right.
In the last 2. He wants to at least do that. And let's see, another split.
The wood turned a little bit, but well, I'd rather have the wood there than not, but it looks like it's angled in front of the 7 pin. But as he hits it, it will turn a little bit toward the 7. The ball hit right behind the 7.
Wow. Well, he got the 9 box he needed, though.
Yeah, so Chris is going to at least need a mark of some kind.
I should say the 8 box. 8 would have been enough to force Chris to mark. So it's a 9 box, a 94 for Dave Arsenault, and a 3-game total of 357. Here's the spare attempt. Watch the ball bang right behind the 7 pin. All right. Chris Grimes needs 123 to win. He needs 22 pins to win the match. So he needs a mark. And he will shoot at the triangle.
2, 4, 5. I can think of a lot more difficult spares than this to make. Got to be thinking 2 pin. Give me the 2.
Nope. Slid by. Chris turning away. He will have another chance in the 10th. Wow.
These 2 pins to make the fill a little easier.
And he gets those. 111. So he needs a mark and 2 pins to win.
Well, not exceptionally high scores, but the dramatics is there. Right down to the final box.
Didn't get the head pin,
got a
but
big break, though.
He'll have something to shoot at here. By the way, Chris Sargent's 368 is now safe for this match anyway. Best Chris Grimes can do is 366. Must have the mark, and he's got it.
Got it.
Now he just has to avoid a bad fill. There's the thing you think about here. He needs 2 pins to win.
How many times have we seen the 3 or the 2 pin fly out of there?
That's what I was thinking about. This one time only, a half Worcester would be just fine.
That's right. We'll take it. Give me the head pin, and I'll take my chances with making another pin.
For the win,
he's got it.
And he's got it. Wow, on the last ball, Chris Grimes spoils Dave Arsenault's bid for 4 wins in a row. A handshake and a very, very tough match acknowledged by both bowlers. For Chris Grimes, 362. For Dave Arsenault, 357. We'll be back in a minute.
Volvo of Nashua wants to help spread the holiday cheer this season with savings to you on new Volvos. Choose from their selection of 1997 Volvos, the largest in New England. Right now, take advantage of their low lease rates like Volvo 850s for only $239 a month or Volvo 960s for only $299 a month. If you have a truck in your sights, choose from their huge selection of 4x4s, Chevys, Fords, Jeeps, Toyotas, and more. Drive safely this holiday season at Volvo of Nashua on the Daniel Webster Highway, Nashua. Where can you go for collectible toys and Lionel trains? Treasured Toys, where you'll find all your favorite new and classic collectibles. Marbles, tin wind-up toys, Corky die-cast banks, Barbie limited edition Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars, Pez and Star Wars collectibles, Brio wooden trains and accessories. Gotta get a gunned bear? Treasured Toys has special friends waiting for adoption. Remember, gift certificates make great gifts too, so have some fun. And start your own collection. Go to Treasured Toys.
Every 13 seconds, a child is abused or neglected. Every 30 minutes, more than 1,000 students are attacked on school grounds. In 1 hour, children watch as many as 25 violent acts on TV. Every 2 hours, a child dies of a gunshot wound. Our children are exposed to an overwhelming amount of crime and violence. We as parents have the power and the responsibility to safeguard our children. Get involved. Join your PTA.
Welcome back to Stars and Strikes. Dave Arsenault will take second place, $500. Congratulations, Dave. Boy, after the run you had, tough time to go cold there in the last game, but still a terrific run.
Yeah. Congratulations to Chris, and good luck to him in the tournament.
Well, and hopefully we'll see you again before the season is over. Maybe you'll get another crack at it.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right,
hopefully
Dave.
I will see you.
Congratulations. Thanks very much. Dave Arsenault with 3 terrific wins back-to-back, but unable to make it 4. It's so difficult. We've talked about that. It's been 2 years since anybody's done it. So now we'll have the bonus ball contest. Chris Grimes on lane 31, and we'll see if we can get a match here. We're looking for a $70 winner here today. Uh-oh. It's the spread eagle. Do we get any extra credit for the spread eagle? 4 is the pinfall. It's a very clever giraffe postcard, but not a winner for Robert Roby. Chris, come on over. We're going to talk here in just a second. Robert Roby from Manchester, New Hampshire, guessed 7. So, Robert, you'll be getting a consolation prize. And, well, I just knocked the money down. We don't want to knock the money down. It's the big $1,000 check for Chris Grimes. And congratulations, but you left it right to the end.
He definitely made things tough on me with that second string, and I went flat the second string, and fortunately I was able to come back, but he gave me everything they handle in that last string.
Congratulations, Chris, and we will see you in the spring for the Tournament of Champions.
Thank you.
All right, congratulations to Chris Grimes, making his first appearance here on Stars and Strikes and getting the big win. 362 right now. That's good enough for third spot, but the important thing, he's in.
That's right, he's there, and what a debut. Makes his first appearance with us, and he's in the Tournament of Champions.
All right, that'll do it for today. We'll see you next weekend with Candlepin Skins, Saturday at noon, and then next Sunday at noon here on Stars and Strikes, we begin our mixed doubles tournament. Until then, for Dan Murphy and the whole crew, I'm Doug Brown. Happy holidays, everybody. Thanks for joining us.